How to leave a cheater. So you just leave. You walk out the door and you never look back. Okay, so I'm only sort of kidding. I'm Alicia Decker, co-founder of Mended and married to a great therapist. While that's awesome, don't get me wrong, there are still family, life, and relationship challenges we all face. No one is immune. This channel is all about healing from trauma so you can feel safe, whole, and worthy of love. Please join us and remember to subscribe and click the bell to be sure you don't miss a thing. So the first step in walking away from a cheater is to recognize your innate worth. Separate their behavior from your worth as a person.
Pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright.
I recognize that this is easier said than done. In life, we all have the things that we value. Quite often, it is these things that we tie our worth to as a person. If you value being a spouse, nurturing and supporting your partner, you have probably attached your worth as a person to that relationship, only to find that relationship undermined and betrayed by the person you loved and sacrificed for. You understandably feel shattered. When you feel the self-doubt and insecurity creep in, remind yourself that your worth as a person is not affected by what your partner chooses to do or not do. Your worth is innate. There is nothing another person can do to detract from your worth.
I look beautiful.
You do.
You look beautiful.
Amazing.
Thank you.
If this is a new concept or something that you have lost sight of during your life, take the time to start restoring yourself as a whole person of value and worth, separate from your role as a partner or anything else. Stop trying to earn your worth and start the journey of finding it within yourself. I recommend to start by doing things that excite you, bring you joy, or just make you laugh. Believe in yourself and your worth as a person so much that your response to cheating changes from, "What's wrong with me? Why would they do this?" to, "You're an idiot." You deserve to be in a relationship where you feel safe, loved, and respected. Look in the mirror each morning and tell yourself, "I am worthy of love. I deserve to be in a trusting, safe relationship." If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, recognize that that comes from a place of personal hurt and pain that they feel about themselves, and they are trying to project it onto you. Be a duck and let their hurt and pain roll off your back. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and see your worth.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Key number 2, recognize a healthy relationship cannot happen without trust. The partner who betrayed you needs to do the work to heal the betrayal trauma from cheating and rebuild trust. Or you can expect the future to look much like the past. The question you need to ask yourself is that what you want? Trust is not something that is just given because someone says sorry or "I won't do that again." Trust is extended after honesty, transparency, accountability, and changed behavior. These 4 qualifiers take time, and trust is extended slowly.
See, if I can't trust you, Greg, then I have no choice but to put you right back outside the circle. And once you're out, you're out. There's no coming back.
If your partner who cheated is unwilling to be honest and transparent about whatever it is you need, the relationship is never going to be a place of peace and safety for you. A note on accountability. This is not, "Well, I said I'm sorry and I stopped doing it, so why can't you just get over it?" Accountability looks like their sorrow and regret matches the level of pain that you are feeling from the betrayal. When their pain matches yours, there is the trust that this will not happen again. If your partner is unable or unwilling to go through the steps of rebuilding trust so that you can have a healthy relationship, you need to decide, if the future looks just like the past, am I okay with that? I have a phrase from my previous marriage, which is, if it's not a problem, it's not a problem. What I mean by that is there were so many things, such as a lack of honesty, trust, and accountability, that were not working for me. I would openly talk about these challenges with my spouse, and I just assumed that these behaviors were a problem for my spouse too, and that he was wanting to work on them. Sometimes it's hard to know the balance between being patient with someone's struggles, whether it's addiction, mental health challenges, or unhealthy coping skills from trauma, and deciding when it is time to be done for your own mental health and well-being. My former spouse would verbally agree that the things I talked to him about were a problem, but nothing in his behavior would change. These things that were a problem for me were not really a problem for him. Hence, if there's not a problem, there's not a problem, and I can guarantee nothing is going to change. If you're struggling to know what to do after infidelity, check out our free online class, 5 Keys to Healing from an Affair. You can heal, even if your dreams have been shattered and you feel abandoned and betrayed. You are stronger than another person's choices. You can heal. You just need the support to do so. You can do it! When making the decision to walk away after infidelity, there are always other factors. Kids, finances, the fear of the unknown that adds to your decision of leaving. Your circumstances are unique. If leaving is the right option and finances are a factor, start taking the steps now to provide for yourself financially, even if it takes months or years. Divorce is hardest on the kids, they say. I don't know if that's true or not. I do know there's more to take into consideration when it comes to getting divorced or staying married. When I was deciding what to do in a previous marriage, here's some things I took into consideration. That marriage had been challenging from the beginning. There was no honeymoon period, but there was a honeymoon baby, which only added to the stress and challenges. I also felt a very high level of responsibility to try and work things out for our child. After years of putting forth my best effort, seeing counselors, and focusing on being the best individual and parent I could be, regardless of what my spouse did or did not do, I had a decision to make. Do I stay married for our child or do I not? It had become apparent that my spouse was going to do what he was going to do regardless of what I or our child needed. And if I chose to stay, to some extent, I was accepting his behavior and setting an example for my son that it was okay to behave this way in a marriage and that your spouse would stay. For me, that is not the example I wanted to set. I also didn't feel like I could be the best parent possible by staying in that marriage. It was taking a large toll on me, mentally and emotionally. We separated and divorced. That process felt long and hard, and it was. On the really hard days during the divorce process, I would ask myself, I could either stay and my future will probably look like the past, or I can do the harder thing now, today, and have the future I want. Sometimes we need to do the harder thing for today to make the future easier, instead of doing the easy thing for today, which is staying where we are in a life we don't want. If you're struggling to know whether to stay or to go, check out our video, Partner Acting Like a Jerk. And will you do me a favor? If this video has been helpful for you, will you share it with those you know and love that are experiencing these same challenges? Also subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a thing. Remember to keep shining. We need your light.